When it comes to finding the best running shoes for you, it's all about the fit. Like your favorite pair of jeans, some shoe brands will fit your foot better and give you that extra boost to get out the door in the morning when you really don't want to go for a run. But whether you're shopping for shoes online or heading to your local running store, the choice can be a little overwhelming. Number 1. Nike Air Zoom Pegasus 39. If you're a fan of the swoosh, choosing a pair of the best Nike running shoes can be a tricky choice. While we're a huge fan of the Nike Air Zoom Tempo Next Percent for race day, we know not every runner wants to race, which is why the Pegasus 39 sneaked into the top spot here. It was a close call between this and the Nike Invincible Run, which is also a brilliant everyday shoe. But when it comes down to it, the Pegasus was just more versatile during testing. It's got a good amount of React foam in the midsole for a lightweight, snappy feel underfoot, without being overly springy and leaving you feeling unstable on the run. The Pegasus is a workhorse. You can wear it for a marathon, your first 5K, and pretty much everything in between. For a shoe to be on its 39th iteration, it must be doing something right, and with the Pegasus, you're buying reliability. The Nike Pegasus 39 is a huge improvement on the Nike Air Zoom Pegasus 38 fit-wise. It's more true to size, and Nike has also added an extra Zoom Air unit in the heel of the foot for a more responsive feel. Whether it's the fact the shoe is lighter than the Pegasus 38, or the fact it has a second Zoom Air unit, we're not sure. But the result is a shoe that definitely feels snappier on the run. Finally, the Nike Air Zoom Pegasus 39 won our Best Running Shoe Award in our 2022 Tom's Guide Health and Fitness Awards as it's one of the most versatile, durable shoes on the market. Number 2. New Balance Fresh Foam X 1080 V12. It goes without saying, you don't have to own multiple pairs of running shoes to be a runner. While some people might invest in multiple pairs for different sessions, if you're new to running or are on a budget, you'll still be able to build fitness and train for races with only one pair in your closet. Plus, if you're looking for that one pair, the New Balance Fresh Foam X 1080 V12 is a brilliant shoe to invest in. A seriously versatile shoe, the New Balance 1080 V12 is soft and plush enough to keep you comfy on your long runs, but can also pick up the pace when you need it for faster tempo sessions. Fit-wise, we found during testing it was a huge improvement on the 1080 V11, as New Balance has scrapped the molded heel, which was wildly controversial with fans of the shoe. The downside here is that this shoe runs big. In fact, we recommend going down half a size in these shoes as they are extremely roomy. While this won't bother you when you get the correct size, it's frustrating for runners, especially if shopping online. Number 3. Brooks Glycerin 20. Known as being Brooks' softest shoe, the Glycerin is one of the most popular running shoes around, and for good reason. The Glycerin 20 is our favorite version of the shoe, yet Brooks has replaced the DNA Loft midsole foam with the DNA Loft V3, a lighter, poppier, nitrogen-infused midsole foam that Brooks first brought to market last year in the Aurora BL. During testing, we found that while it's definitely best suited for long, easy miles, the Glycerin 20 can still pick up the pace when you need it to. Available in a number of different sizes, the shoe also comes in the 3 different widths: medium, which is the standard, wide, and narrow, and the support version, which Brooks has named GTS. The main downside we found is that the Glycerin isn't the cheapest everyday running shoe on this list, especially when it's not the most versatile. That said, if your goal is to get going or get around the course, you'd be hard-pressed to find a more comfortable shoe to do this in. Number 4. Brooks Ghost 14. It's a long-running myth in the shoe world that men's and women's running shoes are just different colors. The differences might not be obvious to the naked eye, but women's shoes are designed for a woman's foot, which is often smaller and narrower than a man's. If we look at Brooks as an example, the standard size for women is a B width, whereas the standard for men is a D. The Ghost 14 is a brilliant shoe for all genders, but we've given it the top spot for women here because of tweaks in the fitting to make it extremely comfortable, even on testers with higher arches. Brooks running shoes are known for being plush and comfortable, and the Ghost 14 ticks those boxes, especially on long runs. The Ghost 14 is also available in narrow, regular, wide, and extra wide widths, which makes finding the perfect fit even easier. Like the Glycerin 19, the Ghost 14 uses Brooks DNA Loft cushioning for a plush underfoot experience, but the Ghost is slightly firmer, making it better suited for shorter, faster running than the Glycerin. The Ghost is also $20 cheaper than the Glycerin, making it slightly more affordable. Number 5. Asics Gel Kayano 28. If you're looking for a classic stability shoe, You absolutely can't go wrong with the Asics Gel Kayano, designed for overpronators. Runners whose feet collapse inwards when they run. The Gel Kayano has a stiff medial post that runs along the inside of the shoe to provide stability, as well as extra cushioning in the midsole to provide more arch support. The 28th version of the Kayano is just as reliable as ever, but Asics has added gender-specific structural differences for more personalized support, as well as their FF Blast mid-foam for a smoother, snap your toe off. Where previous versions of the Kayano felt heavy and cumbersome, this is a brilliantly responsive shoe that suits all distances. It goes without saying not every runner will need this structured support in their shoe, so it's a good idea to get your gait checked professionally at a running shop before investing. Asics also make a light version of the Kayano for runners who only pronate slightly or just need a little extra stability in the final miles of a race. Number 6. Adidas Ultraboost 22. When Adidas released its first Ultraboost in February 2015, the running world went mad for the bouncy boost foam, which really did feel exciting underfoot. 7 years later, the Ultraboost is still one of Adidas' most popular running shoes, and it's easy to see why. It's a wonderfully comfortable shoe that looks great and feels great underfoot. The Ultraboost 22 has been designed by an all-female design team for female runners. Adidas used scans from 1.2 million female feet to redesign its Ultraboost 21, giving the Ultraboost 22 a narrower heel, a lower instep, and an S-curve heel to allow the Achilles tendon to move more freely. For the men's version, there's not too much difference between the Ultraboost 21 and 22, however, it's still brilliantly bouncy, with a good amount of energy return underfoot. The downside here is the weight. These are definitely one of the heavier shoes on this list, but unless you're really trying to make the podium, this is unlikely to bother most runners. Number 7. Nike ZoomX Vaporfly Next Percent 2. It doesn't get better than the Nike Vaporfly Next Percent 2 on race day. There's a reason why you'll see this shoe LOT at every major road marathon. They are one of the most popular racing shoes around, and it's easy to see why. The ZoomX foam, the lightest and most responsive midsole Nike makes. Plus there's a full-length carbon fiber plate which helps for a faster toe off. The shoe feels fast, it's incredibly lightweight and fits true to size. The drawback here, of course, is the price. These shoes are definitely an investment and one that might not actually last you for too many miles. While Nike doesn't give an exact figure, as a race day shoe, it's often thought that you won't get all that many miles out of these, so we would recommend them for your training miles. That said, if you can afford them and you're looking for PR, you won't be disappointed.